Thank you for selecting Most Loved Wrestling, the place where wrestling is most loved. Now, this video is out late because I've been spending some time with family over the 6 weeks holiday. So your boy's been a little bit distracted, but now it's time to refocus and give out the MVPs for Monday Night Raw. But before I do that, give me a like on this video, subscribe to my bullshit, and hit the notification bell. It helps with the algorithm. So if you like what I'm doing and believe that the world deserves to bear witness, then this is how you can make it happen. Now, this is a wrestling show, so as per usual, we're going to start with the wrestling. Sheamus puts on another banger with Ludwig Kaiser, and despite Pete Dunne's attempts, was still able to pick up the victory. Lyra Valkyria versus Shayna Baszler ends in a DQ, as Zoe Stark and Sonya Deville interfere. The New Day closes the book on the AOP. A-Town Down Under were too awesome for the awesome truth. Finn Balor stabs Damien in the back again, resulting in a DQ, and the White Six make good on their in-ring debut. Other developments: Gunther is giving his championship speech when Randy Orton comes face to face with the new World Heavyweight Champion over some unfinished business. Damian Priest calls out Finn Balor, but Finn Balor refuses to engage, and it's made more than official. Rhea and Damian Priest are out of the Judgment Day, and Liv and Carlito are officially in. Liv and Dominic thought shit was sweet, trying to jump Damian Priest, until the real mummy pulls up, turns Liv Morgan into a near miss, and JD into a complete write-off. The war between Damage Control and Sonya's gang continues. Chad Gable bans Ivy now from being friends with Maxine Dupree, telling her they can keep the name Alpha Academy. We later on find out they got a new name. They are going to be called American Made. And we got what I think may be the final VHS tape, this time featuring Joe Gacy. Punk wants round 2 with Drew, but Seth wants round 1 with Punk, and he wants to put him in the ground. Bronson Reed told Adam Pearce he's sick of his excuses and he'll make his own path to the top. And boy did he, because Seth must be legitimately dead. He must have hit about 6 tsunamis on the Architect. Odyssey Jones joins the New Day, but Xavier Woods didn't know anything about it. There is not a man on this planet that is capable of taking Bron Breakker's name off of his championship. But Bron don't need to tell us, he needs to tell Sami Zayn next week, because it's them two, one-on-one in a rematch, but this time, 3 out of 2 falls. Also, Sami Zayn and Jey Uso set their sights on the Tag Team Championship. Next week, we got a Women's Tag Team #1 Contenders match, Io Sky and Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. And it's confirmed the OTC, the original Tribal Chief, will be on SmackDown this Friday. My thoughts on the show: I said last week that maybe they was thinking of turning Raw after SummerSlam into something similar to Raw after Mania, because why else would they be putting the in-ring debut of the White Six on that Raw following SummerSlam, rather than just making space for them on the SummerSlam show? And it felt that way. It felt as good as any Raw after Mania. It felt like the beginning of a new chapter, the same way that Raw after Mania represents the beginning of a new chapter, a new season. And like I said, Raw after SummerSlam was as good as Raw after Mania. I agree with Randy Orton. The World Heavyweight Championship looks great on Gunther. My guy just looks like a champion. I thought they was going to be pulling the usual WWE tactics, sweep stuff underneath the rug and act like it didn't happen, which Triple H has been better at than Vince McMahon, but he does still do it. We never addressed Jade Cargill tapping out, and I thought we would never get to the bottom of Randy Orton versus Gunther, especially with them being on different brands. I was unsure and didn't know how they could get to a rematch, but Triple H did say they will run it back. Said Randy Orton wants that rematch, and if I know Gunther, Gunther's going to want that rematch. And I think this has been perfect. I wanted Ilya at Bash in Berlin. Maybe instead we get that later down the line. Maybe we could get that out of Rumble or even a Mania. But this is the perfect way to reintroduce this rivalry. My only gripe with this is Randy Orton losing at another PLE. For fuck's sake, this man's music is fired. Get it the hell out of it. Even Kaiser's trying to kill him for having this theme. What happened to Damian Priest? He won the World Heavyweight Championship and became some kind of promo god. Triple H, do not allow this man to slide back down the card. The loss of the title at SummerSlam was exactly what Damian Priest needed to get himself to the next level. He felt like the top babyface on Raw. Yeah, Jey Uso got drafted first and it's supposed to be Jey Uso, but it definitely felt like it's Damian. And if he can maintain this momentum, I see a future where he is champion again. And the pop for Rhea and Damian Priest together was mental. Listen, get that Terror Twins merchandise created. It's going to be selling like hotcakes. But that new edition of the Judgment Day's introduction is sexy as fuck. I thought that they was going to drag it out with letting you know that Finn, Dominic and Liv was all in on it, that they was all working together, but they didn't. But what are you guys thinking? Mixed tag match in Berlin? Save Finn and Damian and Rhea and Liv too for Bad Blood? Maybe we can get Rhea and Liv in the Hell in a Cell, maybe even both, but I don't like the idea of multiple Hell in a Cell matches. But either way, sounds good to me. Oh yeah, and the Baltimore crowd are wrong. JD McDonough does not suck, and at this point I wouldn't be mad at the WWE having their first proper intergender match in a long time. Rhea versus JD, or even Dominic Mysterio 1v1 and do it properly. I'm here for it, and I mean a proper match seen through. Also, this could be a way to connect the real Mommy and Jey Uso, where Jey and Sammy go after the tag team championships, and I think that Pat should do his breakdown on everything wrestling related. Dabbing up Samantha was crazy work, and why is her dab so on point? I've always liked Bronson Reed and seen potential, and I'm glad to say he just had the biggest highlight of his main roster career. Finally, Santi's can sleep well, knowing that he's seen Odyssey Jones. The New Day did need something though. Maybe this is it, but something tells me that Xavier Woods would disagree. I think that Damage Control and Sonya's little group's rivalry is kind of living up to it so far. I'm not sure about the condition of her knee, but if we could get Asuka back into the mix, that would be a game changer. But yeah, you got to give them more time to make something out of this. I do think that maybe Sonya Deville should have went over Io Sky this week, as crazy as that may sound, but I say only with aspirations of building up that faction. Io Sky is a former women's champion. She's one of the most credible people on the roster. At any point, if they wanted to put her in the championship picture, they could do so, and no one's going to bat an eyelid. So a victory over her would make this new faction more solidified, make them more credible, make us more able to take them seriously. But of course that depends on the WWE's intentions. And the White Six's debut was perfect to me. I don't know why we was all doing the most, thinking about how their matches can be believable. It was the same thing we get every match, because why would it not be? The Undertaker was an out of this world gimmick. He just came out, had regular matches just like everybody else. So why did we think it would have been anything else? But just like the original White Six debut, Bray Wyatt would have been so proud. And it made me so happy inside to see Eric Rowan back in the WWE ring. Now time for the MVPs. In 5th place, I got Bronson Reed. He's a man of action. He told Adam Pearce he's going to make his own path to the top. And tonight was one hell of a start. This was the best work he's ever did. In 4th place, we got the Wyatt Six. They came through and this match came through. All my anxiety is gone, all my trepidation removed. They paid homage to Bray and Brody. I couldn't ask for more. In 3rd place, I'm going with the Judgment Day. Their storyline is carrying the show, and it's going to be carrying the show for a long time going forward. Well, at least until this story arc is over. But right now, this arc has just gotten so good. In 2nd place, I'm going with Rhea Ripley. The pop for Rhea tonight was nuts. It's only the fact that we only heard and seen from her once why she's not the MVP. She's legitimately the biggest star on Raw, probably in the company outside of Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. And seeing her and Damian together, that was so epic. And I didn't even realize it could hit like that. I didn't know that was what I needed. Don't get me wrong, I knew that they was going to be coming together as soon as this situation happened at SummerSlam. But I see some life in it. Anytime there is a man to woman dynamic that the other one can't deal with, they can call upon the other side to deal with the threat from the other gender. And in 1st place, the MVP, none other than Damian Priest. This episode was like the introduction of fully babyface Damian Priest. He turned into Dominic Toretto because it's all about family. He was the main character, and it just felt like he belonged at the top of the card. He's not even a champion anymore, but all of that talk, the paper champion talk, the transitional champion talk, that's all in the bin now. Them arguments are done forever. If he was to get back to the World Championship in the future, I would not even question it. But congratulations to Damian Priest on being Monday Night Raw's MVP. But that's all I got for you today. Thank you for listening to my bullshit. Don't forget to leave a like, remember to subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below.